Okay, we'll get started. We'd like to welcome Matt and Alex Fitzpatrick into the interview room. They're making their second straight start here at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans, finishing T19 last year. Alex, we'll start with you if we can get you to take us back to last year and playing with your brother here at this tournament.
Yeah, I think, last year was an incredibly exciting time. The first time we kind of teed it up together in a tournament, which was pretty cool. I would like to think that we gave it a good go last year, but the foursomes kind of let us down a little bit. So hopefully we're trying to improve on that. But yeah, it's always a fun week, and I think we're both excited to get the week started.
All right, Matt, talk a little bit about being back with Alex this year.
Yeah, excited to get the week underway, and last year just had a lot of fun. Before the new Netflix series came out, they were kind enough to show me the episode, and they showed a lot of clips of us here, and just made me think that this was January. Just made me think how excited I was for this week to be here and to play with my brother. Yeah.
Matt, talk a little bit about this season. 2 top 10s on 11 starts. You're coming off of a T28 finish last week in your title defense. Just talk a little bit about the season up to this point.
Yeah, it's been so-so, I think, for me that so far this year. It's not been exactly the start that I wanted, but still a long way to go, and just trying to fine-tune the game. I think it's a busy period from now, to be fair, to the end of the season, the playoffs. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of tournaments and a lot of travel. So it's trying to balance the energy and balance the practice as well to try and keep improving.
And Alex, 44th on the DP World Tour in the race to Dubai. You're coming off of a T23 finish in Punta Cana on this tour. Just talk a little bit about your season up to this point as well.
Yeah, I think it's kind of been one of those where I feel like I've played a lot of decent golf. I kind of had a lot of top 20 finishes, which is great for the most part, but trying to sneak into that top 10 is always nice. So at the moment, I would love to kind of push the boat a little bit and try and break into that top 10 a bit more. But yeah, I feel like my game's in a good spot. I've got a great team around me who I'm excited for the future, and yeah, hopefully a good week this week will set the tone.
All right, great. We'll open it up to questions. If you'll raise your hand, we'll get a mic to you. Okay, yeah, back right. Yep, Brody.
Matt, last year when you guys were here, it kind of felt like a lot of us were being introduced to Alex. I'm curious how you've seen in the past year, as he's kind of stepped up in some big stages, done well in the race to Dubai, how you've seen him grow kind of as a golfer getting this stage.
Yeah, I think it's all learning experiences for him last year and even this year to an extent, but obviously through that his game's changed over time. He's had more time to work with his coach and more time to work with his team, and just grown as a player. I think more understanding his own game, how tour life works, how he manages his time. So I think there's all these things that he's had to try and figure out, and I think even I'm still learning. This is my 10th year as a professional, and I'm still learning a lot. So I don't think you ever get to the point where you've cracked it. So I think he's still very early on in his career, and he'll keep learning. Yeah. And
Alex, I guess just where are you at in terms of, I guess mentally, just feeling like you belong to be at these events because you are proving it?
Yeah, I think when I look back at kind of a year ago where I was, like Matt said, I'm kind of still finding my feet a little bit, and that you're always trying to figure the game out. But I think definitely this year I feel like I've developed a lot as a player and as a person. I feel like I kind of got my stuff together a little bit better than I did last year. Definitely with my team around me and the people who helped me. We have a good blueprint for where I want to go and what I want to do, and I think that's just the goal at the end of the day, is just to keep improving and see where that takes me.
All right, let's go to MK.
With both of you playing on the PGA Tour and the DP World Tour, how often do you get to see each other in a year? And then whenever you do, what do you enjoy doing together?
Yeah, we don't see each other a lot. He's currently living at my house, but he's never really there. But yeah, we'll play together in the summer in Switzerland, the Dunhill, Wentworth, hopefully the Open, hopefully the Scottish Open.
Hopefully US Open.
Well, yeah, all that stuff too. So yeah, there's a bunch of times we'll see each other there on the road, but then in terms of off weeks, we actually look to the schedule at the start of the year. They just don't coordinate at all. When I'm off, he's playing. When he's off, I'm playing. So for whatever reason, it's just worked out like that.
What do you enjoy doing when you are together? Do you have
Not
any
a
other
lot.
activity other than golf?
No, the issue is we're opposite people. So he loves looking at Excel spreadsheets, and I like playing video games. So yeah, there's probably not too much in common.
All right, Dave.
You sort of mentioned spreadsheets. How do you guys develop a strategy, and how analytically minded would that strategy be for an event like this? Matt, having played in Ryder Cups, where obviously advanced analytics can play a huge role in pairings and how you play holes. But at the same time, you guys know each other's games, I would imagine, pretty much backwards and forwards. How deep into it do you really get?
Yeah, I mean, I got advice from Eduardo Molinari for this week in terms of the which holes to tee off which. That's about the extent it goes to. I'm not going to play with anyone else. I'm always going to play with my brother regardless of the state of his game or my game. But I think for me it's kind of a combination of, I've been out here for a few years now, so I, understand how PGA tournaments are set up, how the greens tend to run. I've got more of a feel for it than him, so I feel like some of it is guiding him round as well, and just helping him with, maybe where to aim, where we're going to play. I mean, particularly in foursomes when it's about keeping the ball in play, or even in four ball when it's like, well, no, he's probably going to make more birdies than me because he's a bit more aggressive. Then I can play the safe ball and he can kind of go for it. So it's kind of a combination of things as the week goes on and kind of where you sit. There's going to be points where we need to make birdies, and there's going to be points where we just need to scramble a par.
Alex, we hear guys all the time talk about, my partner and I have an agreement, we're not going to say sorry. We know we're going to try and play this well as we can. You guys are brothers. After the games and the matches and stuff like that are over, has there been an instance where you're sitting on the sofa back at the house and be like, what the hell were you thinking of that shot?
No, none of that. I said that last year. There was no sorries, but I'll save that for another time. Not this week.
All right. Anything else? All good? All right, Matt, Alex, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Best of luck this week.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.